Welcome back, and let's continue making this murderer confess. The law aspect of fantasy worlds is not used very often. And fun, yeah, and the fact that they wrote this as, yes, it's a corrupt justice system, does explain some of the weird shenanigans that happen, like, because it follows Ace Attorney, like, sort of beats very, very closely. And in Ace Attorney, you also have to prove who the other person is. Like, you don't only have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that your client is guilty, you also have to find the flipping murderer. Which, in a system where the game, like the lore says explicitly, yes, this system is corrupt, the shenanigans that are pulled make more sense. Okay, stuff about the murder. So I want to know about the bottle. Why am I thinking of such a thing? Not be okay. Projectiles and related to murder. Okay. Sword. What an ornate sword. I wonder how a commoner like her obtained such a thing. I wonder if the Inquisition will let me have it once this girl's Dude! Jerk! Jerk! This doesn't give you anything that you can use. Should try something else. Okay. Okay, what about just, like, literally him? Linhart. What did it come to this? No, he was the one who chose to spread dissidence against the crown. You should have known what would happen. If it wasn't me, it would have been someone else. This doesn't give you anything that you can use. Okay. I do like... Okay, hold up. Do you have a... Lars, protege of the infamous Ruby Timora. I want to know what he thinks of her. His court system is why there was some Louis the 10th, no, 13th, or something was hung. I suppose you should have expected as much, but I never expected him to get this far. And he'll need to be more wary of them in the future. Anything. I'm wondering, okay, what do you think about me? Lars the protege, okay. Same thing when I did them. What do you think about her? I believe Linhart of all people end up taking in a noble bastard. From what I hear, he didn't know that she was. Serves her right. Jerk. What do you think about him? Okay. I can just see what he's thinking without asking him. Okay. What are your thoughts on yourself? Okay. No personal grandeur. You wouldn't have any thoughts on him. What are your thoughts on... Hey, hello Trash Snail! Hello, welcome raiders! Lippy Snail Raid, let me give you a shout out. You were playing RimWorld! We were going to initially play that today too, but then this game came out in the weekend, and I've been very excited about this game. And I wanted to also play it on stream, so RimWorld will be later. But how was your RimWorld? Did it go well? Hello, for anyone who doesn't know me, I am Luna. I'm a variety streamer. I like playing colony sim games and other strategy games, but also whatever catches my eye, which is where this game comes in. This is like Ace Attorney, only magic. It is Attorney of the Arcane. I know one of the people that made music for this. The music is really, really good. And also, it's really cool. It's been so tense. We're trying to... this is our defendant. She's been accused of murdering her dad, but actually it was this guy framing her to do that. And we're currently in the courtroom, and we're trying to... we also have magic secretly, I guess. And we're trying to send him thoughts, so he thinks about the murder, so we can use that against him. But nobody knows we're doing that. And we didn't even know we could do that. Ooh, drama, yes. And I've been trying to read their voices according to how they would... I'm trying vaguely to voice act, but it's not very good. but I'm trying, and my voice is feeling it. It's like, why are you saying things loudly? You don't usually do that. Okay, what do you think about him? Okay, you're no thoughts about him. Okay. No thoughts about the sword. Okay, what about your own spell? After all the trouble I went to, I can't believe that lawyer figured out the spell I used. It's not implanting thoughts, it's causing their own thoughts of it to move. Yeah, it's more like sending a suggestion and then seeing their reaction, sort of. Well, no matter. It's not as if there's any evidence to prove that I used it. I'm lucky that old fool had a bottle of water with him. Oh, he thought it was water. It wasn't water. Water from a bottle. Wait, a bottle? Well then, as riveting as this has been, I believe it is time for me to take my leave. Now wait a minute, Pierce. Oh! What is it now, you wretch? I'll say it as many times as you need to hear. There's no evidence of a liquefied weapon at the crime scene. Oh ho ho! Quite the contrary. You're right, Pierce. If you did use shape liquid on a body of water, the murder weapon would have evaporated entirely. Ah, it seems you finally got on that fact through your thick head. Bravo. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, Pierce. What if you didn't use shape liquid on a body of water? What if it was another type of liquid? What are you going on about? Pierce, shape liquid doesn't just work on water. It works on all kinds of liquids. This shattered bottle contained the liquid that you cast your spell on, didn't it? You show him the picture of the shattered bottle of lotus juice. That bottle... Pierce, I found this shattered bottle on the ground near the entrance of the McCoy Inn. I wonder what caused it to shatter. You must have decided to use any liquid you could find. Luckily for you, the victim was holding the perfect quantity of liquid in his hands. I wonder, Lord Pierce, if we had someone analyze the broken pieces of this bottle, would we find traces of transmutation magic? Music! Gasp. You little... I need a proper shock face. Like, I'm gonna need to get myself a suit and update these faces. If I'm gonna play this game more. I need more intense faces. I need a gasp and an objection and an everything. Mine mustn't be art fight right now. I have so many things to draw. That still proves nothing. So what if there are traces of magic on the shattered bottle? You still don't have a murder weapon. It wasn't finished. I wasn't finished, Pierce. What? You see, the liquid contained in this bottle wasn't water. It was soda. So, what difference does that make? A blade of ice made out of water would have evaporated entirely. But a blade of ice made out of soda would leave a puddle of dried residue. No, it can't be. I'd wondered why there was such a circular trace of magic under the body. If we check the outline of that trace, I'd bet we find a dried puddle of soda residue. That would prove that you used your magic on that soda. There's your murder weapon, Pierce. And that's checkmate. Bailiff, tell Orem to analyze the crime scene at once. We must determine if this puddle of soda residue exists. The time window to find traces of magic is closing. Good for us that I guess that the court system is rushed, because now quick clue in for anyone who just came in. Any magic that's used leaves a residue, but there's only a window of 48 hours before it completely disappears. So an object that needs to, at that moment, be magical or enchanted for it to leave residues of magic on other things. But there's a very small window of time that they can determine that. Good thing no one had a cup or pitcher full of water at the moment. Yeah, very convenient. Then again, who would be holding a cup or pitcher of water in the middle of the night? he was only holding that bottle because he was going to apologize to his daughter because he found out she was a mage and he got angry at her because his sister was killed by a mage when he was young and he hated mages for that reason. But yeah, that's why it's very important that they analyze it now. And that's our detective. Or, well, it's the head of the Inquisition, the people investigating magic crimes. So, we had our team search the crime scene for that soda bottle. I really can't believe it, but we found it. In fact, the outline of the dried soda lines up exactly with the outline of the trace of transmutation magic. We checked the broken bottle too. There were traces of transmutation magic on it as well. There's no doubt about it. Someone used magic on that soda. I see. Thank you, Orem. Please escort Lord Pierce back to the stand. So, she is the prosecutor. This is also her first trial. She seems to value the truth above anything, though she did initially start out with convinced that it couldn't be Lord Pierce, and then halfway through was kind of forced to have someone else testify in Lord Pierce's name, even though I don't think she really wanted that. But she seems to have no qualms about seeing the right person be facing their punishment consequences. He very angry. Elena Camorra in an earlier court scene. Well, I don't think he'd try and murder people in the middle of the court. That would have been really stupid. What do you have to say for yourself, Pierce? What do you think you've accomplished here today? Do you honestly think you can indict me? I'm an aristocrat from the highest echelons of our society. No, the damn bourgeoisie again. That fool of a man was an insurgent. You bougie trash. I knew you were thinking that. He was a threat to society, and I did my civic duty by removing— Oh, he is admitting it. I need a shocked face. Like, this is a worried shocked face. I need a straight up shocked face. Stop.
Objection!
Oh? Oh? Bailiff, please escort the witness to a holding cell. Oh. Steelwind? First-degree murder is punishable by execution, Lord Pierce. I suggest you remain silent, lest you incriminate yourself further. It's my favorite word. I like her. I like her a lot. What? You can't be serious! Shut your insidious mouth. The gasp! Well, what are you waiting for? What are you all waiting for? Take him away. Yes, take him away at once. Oh damn. Oh snap. I can't believe it. We actually won. Tyrone, It's all she can do to hold back her tears. You don't need to say anything. Your face says it all. Thank you. You've more than exceeded my expectations today. Mr. Mora! I'll be honest. When I realized that the murder weapon evaporated, I thought that the case was shot. Also, the art style is super pretty. I can't believe you were able to turn that around. It was just luck. If he had used water, we would have been done for. It had nothing to do with luck. You were able to deduce which liquid he used. Yes, deduce, totally. And you did it just by looking at a few shards of broken glass. Your skills of deduction never cease to amaze. That's not exactly true. But with Celeste there, you can't tell her about your new ability. Y'all are quite lively. Ooh. She's using the glare. There's no need for such hostility. Deduction, yes. No, I wouldn't expect any less from the Hound of Eye Taker. The Hound of the Eye Taker, oh dear. Ooh, she's shocked. Wait, what did she mean by that? You glance at Mr. Mora, but she meets your gaze. When she meets your gaze, she immediately looks away. She looks like she's focusing. Almost as if to protect herself from a certain eye. She doesn't want us to read her thoughts. I must admit, I was hoping to test my blade against you directly. However, your protege proves to be a worthy adversary. Thank you? Is this some kind of game to you? You talk about trials as if there's some kind of competition. Your action almost condemned an innocent woman to death. Our system operates by having two powers of opposition. When those powers are balanced, justice prevails. Make no mistake, your victory today was just our system working as intended. She already knows she ruined it. Ha, working as intended. You know very well our system only exists to protect your people. I know. What? In any case, it looks like we'll be facing each other more frequently in the future. I look forward to doing battle with you again, Tyrone Hubert. Oh, yeah, I like her. She's grown on me. She's not evil. What a strange girl. Well, that kind of killed the mood, didn't it? Not at all. I think we should celebrate. Oh, what do you have in mind? There's this amazing restaurant in the upper quarter of the capital city. They usually only serve nobles, but they let anyone in if they have enough gold. Ah, yes. Capitalism saving the day. Wait, do we have enough gold? Of course we do. Don't worry about the details. I'll handle everything. Wait, just how much money does Mr. Rona make? The more I make. She's your legal guardian. She raised you. Sort of. We don't know. Their relation is very confusing. And so I'm on my journey in the world of law and magic. Our justice system is rotten to its core, and I'll have many trials ahead. Regardless, I'll keep fighting on and get justice for every one of my clients. Episode ends. So we might have been able to do that before lunch, but I did need to have food. His momentor. I don't think she's very mom-like. Oh, who this? This feeling, I knew it. His radiant soul has finally awakened. Oh, is this the crazy person we met in the dream? There was a crazy person we met in a dream and some weird stuff's going on. I can't believe it. I've been waiting for so long. It's gonna be good. I can't wait for the day, and I can see his eyes draped in oh, no, that's bad. That is real bad. That's a That's the no thanks. I would have been waiting 20 more minutes. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to last that long. Okay, so someone wants us dead. Okay, and we're back to the very groovy title screen. And then we take a new case. So, as you can see, we have 5 cases. The Walking Dead, The Origin of Horus, which our eyes are called the Eyes of Horus, Severed Ties, and Attorney of the Arcane. So, I know it's kind of the introductory case, so I'm assuming the other cases will be much longer, and also they'll probably be able to, quite easily, easily quote-unquote, they'll be able to add more cases in this system, so maybe we'll get DLC at some point. And this game is very new. But let's continue to the next case. We're not gonna finish this today, because the first case, which is probably gonna be the shortest case that there was, because it's an introductory case, already took us all of the morning and a little bit of the afternoon. Uh-oh. Arcane Art Necromancy. Wallace Nightgrave. Let me go. I'm not going anywhere until I see her. I'm sorry, Wallace, but she's already passed. There was nothing more they could have done. How? This academy teaches the best mages in the kingdom. Are you telling me that they couldn't do anything? Her condition was much worse than we thought. The kingdom's magic isn't advanced enough to treat something like this. Lucia Steelwind can rain meteors from the sky. William Frege can teleport entire caravans across the continent. And you're telling me that your mages couldn't cure one disease. I'm sorry. I truly am. Emily. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Celeste, but there's no way out of this. Uh-oh. What? Occupation bodyguard? Oh ho ho, is she your bodyguard now? Celeste's attention is sharply focused on the chessboard between you. Okay, they're playing chess again, that's cute. You can see your eyes quickly dart from piece to piece. Just give me a second, I can still win this. Celeste, there's no way for you to avoid checkmate next turn. Just surrender. She ignores you and continues staring at the pieces. There, what about that? Checkmate. Damn it! Would you two keep it down? We are in the library. Miss Tamora glances at the chessboard. I hope you didn't spend the entire morning playing around. I've been working hard, Ruby. I've already learned 2 new spells formulas since we got here. Well, at least there's that. What about you, Qbert? Well... You flustered, stammering tells her exactly how much progress you've made. She's glaring at us again. I couldn't find any books about the subject we've been looking into. You spent the entire day combing through the kingdom's imperial library, researching the Eye of Horus. During Celeste's trial, you awakened a new ability that you never used before. Up until then, you thought that the Eye could only see surface-level taunts. But during that moment, with Garak pierced, the Eye of Horus was empowered, and you could see far more than the usual. You told Miss Tamora about what happened, and it made you both wonder what other hidden abilities the Eye might have. You both decided it's time to find out more about the Eye and its origins. This library supposedly held the kingdom's entire knowledge of magic and the arcane arts. But you couldn't find a single mention of any ability like the Eye. Does the kingdom seriously lack knowledge about it? Or do we need to look somewhere else? Are you sure you can't tell me what you're researching? I've traveled around the world. I might have seen something like it. You entertained the thought for a moment, but you haven't known her for very long. The Eye of Horus is a supernatural ability that can't be detected by a spell compendium. Ooh. You've always been wary about what the kingdom might do to you if they ever found out about it. Yeah, that seems not a good thing. Sorry, it's not something I can really talk about. Fine. If I had to guess, I would say they are looking into supernatural phenomena. Huh? You and Celeste nearly jump out of your chairs. It's her. We saw her in a dream. I mean, bad vibes. Bad vibes. Nope, nope, nope. You look over to where the voice came from. She appears to be a student at the academy. How long was she there? You didn't notice her presence at all. You also feel like she looks oddly familiar. Yeah, we know her. I'm terribly sorry if I startled you, but I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. As the girl approaches your table, you see another student frantically running after her. Eris, you can't just... I'm so sorry. Oh, it's fine, Wallace. I'm sorry, but who are you two? Sorry, that was incredibly rude of me. My name is Eris Ilmater. Eris Ilmater. Arcane Art Illusion. She seems sweet. Totally. And this is Wallace Nightgrave. We're both students here. Hi. I love the little thingy, it's cool. Not to be rude, but that was a private conversation. Miss, how much did you hear? I wonder... Reading about the supernatural is actually a hobby of mine. I might be able to help you with your research, Mr. Qbert. And what makes you so sure that is what we were researching? Mr. Qbert has a bad habit of muttering to himself when he thinks. Shoot, we do have that bad habit. I assumed that his research had something to do with the supernatural. You feel a piercing side glance from Miss Tamora. Listen, we've confirmed that he hasn't gone out of the house much growing up. He has no inside head voice. You avoid eye contact with her. But anyways, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Of course, I'd be able to help. Fine. It's supposed to put what? What's that glitch? Just remember to show some discretion, Tyrell. What was that glitch? That was an effect we saw before. In the dream. I don't like that. Would you like some info about the meaning of Eris's name? From what I know, Eris is the name of the Greek goddess of discord, like conflict. But if you have other things you can infer, do let me know. Yes, haha. I too had my Greek mythology period in my life. Just like, I mean, everyone had a period that they were into Egyptian mythology, right? The books are shiny and golden. You can't not have read at least a little bit about Egyptian mythology. Though it's interesting after the whole Garrick Pierce stuff thing. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they are taking after Ace Attorney habits too, where the characters tend to have names referring either very strongly to their personality or what they did or do. Like, there is a character that in English, I believe the name plays even better in Japanese, but of course that's really hard to translate. But there's a character that is just called Mrs. Oldbag. And she's an old lady that rambles way too much. Right. I want to look around the room real quick. It's a holy text of some sort. It must be related to the Church of Bahamut. I also... Hold up. I want to save at the beginning of this chapter. The library is full of books for educational purposes. You've been combing through these books all morning. It's a globe of the world. It's amazing how many other nations there are aside from Wyverngard. I've been to most of these places. You should come with me next time, Tyrone. That's a nice thought. Maybe you can travel with her when you're less busy. Okay, oh. It's a table for students to sit at. Where are the chairs? You've been sitting here with Celeste all morning. Unless they've been sitting on the ground. I guess they're kind of low tables. Maybe they're meant to sit on the ground. The backgrounds are really intricate. So you two are students at the Imperial Academy? Yes, I'm currently studying illusion magic. Illusions, that's the kind of magic that lets you turn invisible, right? Technically, yes, but few mages ever reach a high level high enough for that. I'm a bit embarrassed to admit I'm not able to cast invisibility. That's still pretty cool. What about you, Wallace? I don't know. Is necromancy a taboo thing in this world? Guess we'll find out soon enough. Ill being sick and matter being mother, it's very obvious, but due to the setting it might also not be too far of a stretch to assume it might come from ill matter, the D&D god of martyrdom, suffering and healing. Oh. Yeah. In any case, she's bad news. I mean, his name's Wallace Nightgrave, and he's a necromancer. At least the names are thematic. They might not directly tell you about what the character is, but they do hint. Wallace has his own unique field of study. Okay, necromancy might not be looked upon very fondly. He's scared. It's probably not your place to pry. Everyone is talking about you two. Really? It's rare for the school to let any outsiders in. That makes sense. This library isn't exactly open to the public. We were only able to get access to it because of Mr. Morara's connections. We only ever get occasional visits from the noble houses. Ah, yes, the good old corrupt nobility thing. Nightgrave is a wonderfully gold last name, though. Yes, it is. So I was curious as who was able to break this dull monotony. Well, I'm a mercenary, but now I work as Tyron's bodyguard. Mercenary? After her trial, it turned out that Celeste was more than capable of affording your services. However, Mr. Mora still proposed a different arrangement. After indicting Garrick Pierce, he painted a large target on your back. Yeah. With Celeste being a mercenary, Mr. Mora decided to hire her as your bodyguard. She figured you would feel more comfortable around someone you were already friends with. Anyways, I'm a defense attorney, and I stood up against the nobility, that's why she's here. I'm gonna get murdered. Maybe or maybe not in my sleep. A defense attorney? My apologies, it's just not what I was expecting. You look sad at that. What's that supposed to mean? Supernatural phenomena. I wonder why you would be researching such a thing. Yeah, I want to know too. Glare. I'm sorry, but I can't really say. Oh wait, that's me. I'm sorry, but I can't really say. Regardless, there are many spells in this world. So why are you convinced that this phenomenon wasn't produced by a spell? What we're looking into doesn't seem to follow the classic rules of magic. Oh, how so? Please tell me. It was created by someone who's not a mage. Oh really? So you're saying that this was something created by a person? Blair. Oh, she knows it. And Ruby's like, for flip's sake, Hubert. The words came out of your mouth before you realized it. You sent a small apologetic look to Miss Demora. That does remind me of a story. A story? Mr. Hubert, do you know the legend about how the kingdom of Wyverngate was created? You mean the story about the ancient dragons? The ancient what? So, Wyverngate has a story about ancient dragons? It seems kind of strange that not everyone would know this story, considering it's called Wyverngate. It's only about one ancient dragon. The Church of Bahamut refers to him as the Skilled Lord. Okay. The dragons. Try to keep up, Celeste. I'm sure you've even heard people mention him before. Yeah, a lot of people actually mentioned the Skilled Lord. Legends say that the first mages were created centuries ago by him. Oh, that's interesting. At that time, our kingdom was caught in the middle of a brutal war. With no way to defend themselves, the kingdom was on the brink of destruction. Intense music. Our people prayed to Bahamut, the god of dragons, for salvation. Oh. And almost as if to answer to their prayers, Ratalion, the last skilled lord, appeared before them. The skilled lord bestowed the gift of magic on a band of heroes who were fighting on the front lines. With their magic, these heroes utterly overtook the kingdom's enemies and single-handedly won the war. It's said that these heroes went on to form the noble houses of today. Usually noble houses were created for people that, or at least by people that at that point did something pretty big for their lord, but... what a load of nonsense. That story is nothing but religious propaganda to prop up the noble houses. Regardless, the significance of this legend is in the skilled lord himself. You mean Ratalion? Ratalion bestowed the power to become a mage on several individuals. And to this day, that power can only be passed down genetically. Can you think of an arcane spell that can produce something like that? No, I suppose not. Ratalion must have had powers that weren't bound by the rules of the arcane arts. In other words, he could create supernatural phenomena without following the rules of magic. Please, do you honestly expect us to believe a story like that? She's 16. It's completely unrealistic. As unrealistic as a non-mage using supernatural powers. Point taken. She has a point. It's a far-fetched theory, but it's honestly the closest thing you have to a lead right now. Of course, it would be you lot making all this noise. Suddenly, a woman who appears to be an instructor approaches you. She looks not happy, but she has an owl thing, so we are kinda... owl friend? She looks upon each of you with an equal amount of disdain. Professor Bellwether. He's scared. Catherine Bellwether. That is Professor Bellwether to you? But didn't he just call you? Yeah, didn't he just call you that? I knew letting you rabble into our walls would lead to nothing but trouble. Rude. You've even started associating with our malcontents. How were we supposed to know that? She looks, Al? All the designs in this game are so good. Like, look at those clothing folds. And the hair shines. The headmaster gave us express permission to be here. If you have an issue with that, take it up with him. I'll have you know that I was on my way to do just that. Wallace? Yes? How am I supposed to understand you when you're stuttering? Rude. We don't like her. She mean. How dare you take up, like, how dare you have owl stuff when you're a jerk? Pretty owl prof. Yeah. Sadly, pretty owl prof seems to be meanie. Yes, Professor Bellwether. Straighten out your uniform and fix that awful hair. Rude. You look like a street urchin. I don't think you've ever seen a street urchin before. But I suppose it's unreasonable to expect anything more. Oh. She's very mean. I don't like her. What? The glitch happened again. She was gonna say something else. And then she changed her mind. Just like what happened with Ruby. She was gonna, I think, say no, but then agreed. The glitchy effect we saw in the dream too. I didn't catch what she was gonna say, though. What a bitch. Bang! Celeste! Oh, come on. We were all thinking it. Something's up, that's so weird. Yeah, something's up. Anyways, with that out of the way, shall we begin? Yeah, you did something, didn't you? Why is she scared? What? Why do you keep detecting fear from Celeste? Wallace, you finished this week's assignment, haven't you? Would you mind helping Celeste with her research? I don't know. What was Aerith's study area again? Illusions. No, not transmutation, illusion. But illusion wouldn't allow her to change people's minds, but we've just concluded that the Eye of Horus is a supernatural phenomenon. I return, welcome back. We finished our prior trial and we're in the second one. I think Aerith has something else. Now that you mention it, I could really use some help finding a specific spell formula. But why are you scared? You're noticing something is off, aren't you, Celeste? But you know your way around here, right, Wallace? Okay. Oh. Don't worry, Miss Tamora. I'll be more careful from now on. Please do. I still have some business to take care of here, so I'll leave you all to it. We spent the next few hours searching through the library's book with Eris. You hadn't thought to look into the ancient dragons, and the library had books about them in abundance. There was one problem, though. There are a lot of myths and stories about the ancient dragons, but it's pretty difficult to tell fact from fiction with these accounts. It can't be helped, the Church of Bahamut is the dominant religion of our kingdom. The only physical evidence left by the dragons are the bones displayed in museums. Except for Italian, possibly. I wonder if he's still alive, like you said. I wouldn't be surprised. Despite everything, our kingdom's constitution still includes him in our government. That doesn't say anything. That just shows that that the religion has a really strong chokehold on it, or the nobles are trying to use it as a way of proving their divine right to rule. Wait, really? You're an attorney. You studied the law, you should know that. As the savior of our kingdom, he and his kin were given an honorary position on our political hierarchy. The ancient dragon's authority technically rivals that of King Olivier. Oh, wow, I had no idea. How have I never heard of this before? To be honest, that law is just a way to revere him and appease the church. Yeah. Well, Rattalion couldn't possibly be any worse of nobility. Ah! You're so stuck in your own thoughts that you accidentally bump into a bookshelf. The shelf begins to tip over and you're able to catch it before it fully falls over. How? Those shelves seem pretty sturdy. How did you do that? But not before several books fall out from their shelves. They hit the ground with a cacophony of thuds. Some students glance in your direction. Oh, buddy. Do you think there could be a small horror aspect in this game? I sure hope not. Because I didn't know about that. Be quiet. Sorry. Be quiet. Iris begins giggling. She seems amused by what's happening. Hey, are you okay? I heard a loud... Whoa. Celeste stares at the pile of fallen books. What did you do? Forget that. Just help me clean this up. There's no need for that. Construct. I require assistance. Arcane construct. Acknowledge. Oh, hold up. I thought you did illusions. How did you... And you have an arcane construct. What? Upon Eris's commands, one of the nearby suits of armor suddenly springs to life and begins walking towards you. Oh, it's not yours. He's wondering because of the glitches. Yeah. The voice coming out of it sounds human, but it lacks emotion. Why does it sound familiar? Wait, did you do that, Eris? Yes, this is an arcane construct. It's a suit of armor that is animated using artificery. They're designed to carry out various tasks for the students. These voice lines can only change or adjusted by the Academy headmaster. Every command given to a construct is stored in a command block, however this command block must be cleared regularly. The one at the Imperial Academy speak using the voice of Catherine Bellwether. Okay. So someone's gonna get murdered with these things. Really? I didn't know anything like that existed. They're still experimental, so they aren't available to the public yet. With that being said, Construct, please place these books back where they belong. Acknowledge. On Eris's commands, the Construct begins quickly picking up the books. It moves with inhuman efficiency. After only a few seconds, all of the books are back on their shelves. Wow, so they do whatever you tell them to do? Well, there are some limits to... Construct, tell me that I'm the fairest maiden you've ever seen. Celeste, no. Why are these defense attorneys murder magnates? They're trying to be just in a corrupt system. Command rejected. Oh, what? I guess they're not allowed to lie. Tyrone, no! You didn't need to do that. You feel sharp pain in your side as Celeste quickly jabs you. The Construct's voice is just a series of pre-recorded messages. I'm not sure if you noticed, but it used the voice of Professor Bellwether. Unfortunately, you can't make them say anything other than what's recorded. Only the headmaster can change those settings. Artificery can record audio. I've never seen anything like it. But you just said that they're experimental, right? Maybe if I keep asking it, it'll just give up and do it. I guess she wouldn't know how it works. Like, for us, it's like, well, of course it can't say anything that hasn't been recorded yet, but... I would advise against that. Even if the commands are rejected, they're still stored in the Construct's command logs. Anyway, we should probably get back to work. Fine. You read more about the ancient dragons. But most of the stories read more like fables than actual historical accounts. I don't feel like I'm making any progress. Suddenly, you hear a thunderous, low-pitched sound blare across the room. Did someone get... Okay, maybe we're not in a murder mystery, maybe something got stolen. It sounds like a high-pitched horn, but with its volume turned up to natural levels. Luckily for us, the game was so nice as not to replicate the loudness. What? Celeste, do you hear that? How can I not? What is that? You didn't touch anything, you weren't supposed to, right? What? Of course not. It's finally stopped. Eris, wasn't that the lockdown system? Uh-oh. So either something got stolen or someone got murdered. I mean, probably someone got murdered considering this game. Yes, I believe so. Lockdown system. The Academy is outfitted with a large artificery system. In a state of emergency, it will erect magical barriers throughout the building. State of emergency? Should we be worried? Don't worry, the lockdown is designed to keep everyone safe. Uh-huh. We're safe as long as the barriers are up. Mm-hmm. But Miss Demora, she said she was going to do something on campus. I'm terribly sorry. You suddenly hear a disembodied voice echo through the library. Uh-oh. It sounds like it's being projected magically. It's the headmaster. He's using the intercom system. Students and faculty, please remain calm. There's been a murder on the academy ground. Oh, of course, someone got murdered. What? Please stay where you are and wait for law enforcement to arrive. Damn it, we have to get out of here. But what, why? I'm afraid that's not possible. The lockdown system protects and locks each room. We can't leave this room until it's deactivated. Well, we won't know until we try. Why? You run to the entrance and begin frantically pulling on the door handle. What are you worried for? You try to put all your strength into prying it open, but it doesn't even budge. I would say call it, but in games like this, it's not a particularly impressive call. Yeah. I don't stop. Oh, she doesn't glare like this usually. Also, trying to flee the area of the crime is kind of suspicious. Yeah. Would you not want to stay in a room where definitely no murder happened? Yeah. But Miss Tamora... Oh, he's worried about Tamora. I know that you're worried about her, but there's already been a murder. We don't know where the attacker is or if they're still armed. The best thing we can do right now is stay here and wait. Hey, she actually has fighting knowledge, and she's smart. She's right. Feels weird to see her glaring like this. Damn it. Celeste's hands rest on her sword. Her eyes are carefully watching the entrance. But wow, we've been here for hours and she still hasn't stopped watching the door. Well, she's a good bodyguard. She was also able to calm you down earlier. It's easy to forget sometimes, but she's always reliable when it really counts. And yeah, she has literal experience being a mercenary. I guess being in a life-threatening situation is not something that would panic her. Gonna keep the client safe. What? Students and faculty, thank you for your patience. Law enforcement has secured the building. The lockdown has been lifted. However, please remain in the building until... The headmaster is barely finished with his message before you're out the door. Tyron! Hubert! You idiot! Tyron? Hey, don't go off on your own! You desperately run through the academy hallways. No. Mr. Mora? Mr. Mora, where are you? You have no idea where you're even going anymore. I want to... I actually assume that she worked as a bodyguard and not a soldier. We know her because of the last trial we did. We know her the background. She was a mercenary. She was a sellsword. But after the trial and she got acquitted, she was hired as our bodyguard. So I guess maybe she doesn't have bodyguard experience. Maybe she does. She was a sellsword. You can feel your fear and anxiety rise at every passing moment. Where's she? Hubert? What's wrong? Why are you shouting? Mr. Mora, calm down, you're hyperventilating. I mean, I guess the poor guy, considering she is his legal guardian, but she isn't his parent, so he must have lost his parents. I guess he might have a reasonable fear of losing his family. I heard there was a murder and I've been looking all over for you. Oh, poor baby. And you were worried about me. A sellsword is usually a guard for hire. Yeah, she was called both a mercenary in the occupation thing, but then a sellsword in the talkie things. Considering how it goes with mentors in a game like these. Yeah, the guy isn't wrong to be worried. I just... You hug Mr. Mori tightly as you're overcome with emotion. Oh, poor baby. But she also mentioned cutting through an armored gate. Yeah, she also did mention that. She's usually not receptive to affection, but you don't care. She usually doesn't let you hug her or gives you any kind of physical affection, and you've been touch-starved. But right now, you are so worried for her dying. You're just relieved that she's safe. Our main character has a lot of issues. Tyron, there you are. And you're crying. Oh no, poor baby. Sorry, I didn't mean to worry you so much. We heard the announcement. Do you know what happened, Ruby? I do, but... You see Mr. Mori glanced at Wallace for a brief moment. For now, I think we should head to the foyer. Of course, how else you're supposed to be able to self-insert? I don't know. Isn't it meant, like, to be mainly a blank slate if it's a self-insert? You arrive at the foyer and see this room swarmed with a legion of familiar knights. Is that the Inquisition? Oh, come on, by now you should have expected the Inquisition. Don't tell me. It was a magic murder. The headmaster mentioned that there was a murder on campus. It is a magic school. Someone used magic. Hey, you there. As you enter the foyer, Commander White notices you and begins marching in your direction. Oh, great. But his attention isn't focused on you. Huh? Are you Wallace Nightgrave? Mercenary, Eagles Raider for Hire. I don't think our sweet Celeste is a mercenary, a Raider for Hire. Yes, but... By the authority of Wyvern Crown, I'm placing you under arrest. Hey, what are you doing? Celeste, don't get involved. I'm not a Raider, but a soldier for hire. You three. The hell are you doing here? You said he was under arrest? On what charges? Oh. These kids do not know about don'ts. Just hope that they don't consider this resisting arrest. This kid is charged with the murder of Catherine Bell. Whoa, what? No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. But we do expect the Magic Inquisition. What? Wasn't that the professor you met in the library earlier? He murdered the owl lady. I mean, she was a jerk, but... The hell you're arresting? Celeste, no way. No! He was with us in the library for the entire morning. There's no way he could have murdered her. Mercenaries weren't hired to defense, seal swords were. Move aside, Celeste. But... Mr. Mora is right. If Wallace is a suspect, we can't stop the Inquisition from arresting him. No. Don't worry, Wallace. We'll get to the bottom of what happened. Without a word, Wallace allows the Inquisition to drag him away. My apologies. I'm going to go and check on him. This is terrible. I still don't understand. Why would they suspect Wallace of all people? I'm not sure myself. Unlike most magical homicides, the school is filled with plenty of mages. There has to be a long list of suspects. Isn't there anything we can do? I'm going to go investigate what happened. Hubert? Yes? He hasn't accepted you as his attorney yet. You don't even know if you'll be working this case. I think someone might have, and hear me out here, framed him, yeah. But I know that he's innocent. I just can't sit there and do nothing. Well, I clearly can't stop you, but please remember that being an attorney is your job, it's not charity work. Don't come crying to me if you run out of gold. Right. Anyways, I still have some business to take care of in the city. Will you two be okay handling this yourself? Yes, we can handle this. Good. I'll leave everything to you then. Alright, let's go, Celeste. Right. Yes, I would like to save my progress. Thank you very much. It's been a few hours since Wallace was arrested. You and Celeste were with him during the lockdown, so the Inquisition had to take your statements. But the more they questioned you, the more you could tell that they had doubts about your testimony. You will need to do more if you want to establish an alibi for Wallace. So, that took longer than expected. We've already lost a lot of time talking to the Inquisition. But we should be free to roam around now. Where should we go first? The crime scene sounds like a good start. We still need to figure out what actually happened. Ruby said that the body was found in Lecture Hall 2B. It's in the west wing of this school. Alright, that seems like a good place to start. I think it was going to be the theme of all the cases. Well, that tends to also be sort of the theme in Ace Attorney, like, because your client has to be innocent in some way. People think they're the murderer whilst they're not. I like all the art. It's a painting of a man with some sort of creature on his arm. There's some text under it. Dr. Delbit Taporus, a mage historian and archaeologist, anthropologist and botanist. Dang. Best known for his work in studying the history of the ancient dragons. Ooh. Through his work, great leaps are made in the study and development of the school's evocation. On his arm is one of the last pseudo-dragons, which have now gone extinct. It's a painting of a professor with some kind of magical tool. I wonder if these are the people that supported the early access. There's some text under it. Dr. Paul Forella, as also known as Archaeologist of the North. He spent many years studying and exploring the mountainous regions of Chardalon, and through his investigation, he came upon one of the many layers of the skilled lore. He was honored by both the Church and the Wivengard Historical Society for his impressive discovery. Dang, having both the Church and the Medical Society on your side. It's a statue, there's something written on the platform on it. Gillian Gamitz, the inventor of the early artificery. So this guy's the one who invented it. Who'd have thought that we could use machines to harness magical energy? Artificery is truly a marvelous invention. With it, anyone can utilize the convenience of magic without having noble blood. Although, the expenses of owning artificery present their own barrier. But that expression on his statue, it kind of looks like he doesn't want to be here, even though his statue is huge. He does give off that attitude, doesn't he? Look at all those bricks. Okay, that's all that there is in this room. You're gonna just help me. Oh, can I go back? No, I'll have to ask something. Well, let's go. Well, there's our body. And that's a knight. Hey, stop right there. You violated law. As you tried to enter the classroom, you're stopped by one of the Inquisition knights. I'm the defense attorney for the accused. We have the right to investigate the crime. Are we? I don't think we are yet, buddy. Yeah, from what I've heard, the kid doesn't have an attorney yet. Right, you haven't been able to talk to Wallace about it. It's quite alright, let him in. Lady Steelwind? Stop right there, criminals. Do not call me that. I am the law. While you work under me, you will address me as Prosecutor Steelwind. Yes, Prosecutor Steelwind. Doesn't want to be a noble lady. She wants to be, I think, recognized on her own merits. What's that smell? As you enter the classroom, you find yourself inhaling a sour and rancid odor. I think we know why he got... So, I think there was some kind of zombie, some kind of necromancy, and guess who's the only necromancer mage in this school? So right there, you defense attorney scuff. The stench is so overwhelming that your eyes begin to tear up. Don't worry, you eventually get used to the smell. What are you even doing here, Steelwind? I'm here to coordinate the investigation. After they mucked it up that badly last time, I don't trust them anymore. You look around the crime scene. There isn't a single Inquisition knight in this room. Isn't that the Inquisition's job? Due to the circumstances, I have decided to handle this case personally. Oh. Well, since we've got you here, could we ask you some questions about what happened? Can I assume that you're planning to defend this case? That would make you my opponent. What do I have to gain from helping you? Right. Apparently there's no laws in this universe where... Because normally, in the discovery phase, in law, Both parties need to reveal all the details to one another. A fair trial? You won't win against defense attorney, but what if they're innocent? I shall win. However, I would be willing to answer your questions, but only if you answer some of mine as well. Oh, okay. What could she possibly want to ask you? Miss McCoy, it's my understanding you were adopted. Would you happen to know who your birth parents are? Hey, isn't that too personal of a question? You agreed to answer my questions, didn't you? And it's just why you say anything within reason. But I didn't think you meant... It's fine, Tyrone. I'm fine with answering if it helps Wallace. The prosecution of these games really treated like a game of some kind. I mean, you need to have an interesting opponent to face off against. If we're trying to, if we were doing actual court battles, then it would be incredibly boring. Oh, she's sad. I don't know who my birth parents are. I've never tried looking for them. I see. If I recall correctly, your spell compendium only contained one spell. Considering your upbringing, how did you learn Mage Blade in the first place? I bought a scroll from a merchant a few years ago. It had Mage Blade spell formula on it. But I know more than one spell now. I actually just learned a few new spells today. I'm sorry, spells? As in plural? How long did it take you to learn these spells? A few hours, I think. She learned multiple spells formulas within a few hours. Oh, apparently that is... Oh, hello! Ravel Raids! Hello, Ravel! It's been a while! Thank you so much for the raid! How are you doing? What were you playing? Let me give you a shout out. Huh? There. You were arting! How's arting been going? What were you drawing? For anyone who doesn't know, hello, my name is Luna. I'm a variety streamer. I like playing strategic games, colony sims, and whatever else catches my eye. And that whatever else catches my eye is currently Attorney of the Arcane. If you know Ace Attorney, this game is based on that, as in they are going for the same vibes. A murder just happened, and it's Ace Attorney, only magic, basically. Very shorthand. There are some differences, but the vibe is very similar. The art is amazing, the music is great. We're doing our first really big case, and we just started out. The kind of game I like. It's amazing. I would highly recommend it. I am going quicker through some things than I usually would. I'm not intending on pressing on every single statement like I usually would in Ace Attorney. And also arting went well. I'm glad to hear it. Oh, if you have to go, please don't let me keep you. If you need to raid and run because you need to eat or drink or take care of chores or sleep, then don't let me keep you. But otherwise, I'd love to have you, and I'd love to hear how things went. And that goes for anyone who came in with the raid. And I think, so apparently it is probably hard to learn spells, but Celeste wouldn't know that. So Arya is very surprised that Celeste managed to learn so many spells in just a few hours. Yeah, gnomes are to make it great. Awesome. Question, do you do art fight? What was that just now? I see. Well, I think that's all I need to ask for now. Okay. He's sharing information about the investigation for that. I think you don't realize the political implications of Celeste. Why is she so interested in Celeste all of a sudden? I did last year, but I forgot to participate this year. Well, it's still ongoing. It's in July. So we're only a couple days in. You can still join a team and do some attacks if you want. Although I do get if you skip it, it is quite intense. I almost forgot. Since this is our first official case together, I want to show you something that I learned. Okay, what is it?
Arcanum.
Oh? What was that? That is the incantation for the detect magic spell. Detect magic. Wait, does that mean... Yep, we can see magical traces while we're examining crime scenes now. Oh! Your bodyguard Celeste can now cast Detect Magic spell. While examining a location, press the Detect Magic button to make magical traces visible. If there are any magical traces at your location, you'll see a colored overlay. Another thing this game has specified. All magic will exude magical traces when it's being cast. I'm interested in the game now, it looks great. It does, doesn't it? So any magic leaves traces when it's activated, but the traces will disappear in 48 hours. I can't believe the professor is dead. We just saw her this morning. There's a chalk outline around where the body was. It appears that most of the blood came from her abdomen. Ugh. Is that where the fatal wound was? There's a lot of blood in this puddle. There's no trail leading to it. And there aren't any magical traces anywhere else in the room. I doubt the murderer uses magic to clean it. Does it mean that the murderer attacked her in this room? Maybe, but it's hard to say for certain. Clue. There's full blood between Catherine Bellwater's body was. The location implies that she bled from an abdominal area. I kind of want to look around first before we talk to Steelwind. I got numbers now. Glad to see you again, Luna. Yeah, I'm really glad to see you again. Go have good numbers, and thank you so much for the raid. Have a great rest of your day. The lecture hall's a window with a view. I feel like I'd just stare outside all day if I had to attend class here. You're not much of a student, are you? I just can't spend hours sitting in one place. I need to move around. She was pretty antsy while she was studying in the library earlier. How have you learned so many spells if you're so distractible? I don't know. I just learned the spell formula and cast stuff. I see. Is that not normal? Nope, apparently not. It's a painting of some sort of musician. There's some text written below it. Dr. Nicholas Gassot, inventor of the Arcane engine. His work revolutionized trade and travel across the seas. He was well known for not discriminating between common folk and the nobility, judging his assistants basically purely on their merit. When he wasn't conducting research within the Imperial Academy, he was known to compose symphonies for the king in his free time. Looks like he was a man of many talents. The law system in this game is very corrupt, by the way, for anyone just coming in. It's a monarchy, the nobility get away with a lot, and the system is corrupt. But we are defense attorney. Oh, they have books here too. They appear to be textbooks about alchemy. Oh, lame. No, not lame. Must be where the students sit during lectures. So basically medieval Europe. No, more like industrialized, because they do have the arcane engines, which I think are more like steam engines. And they also had an intercom, so magic is modernizing this world slightly. I can't imagine sitting in one place all day. Have you never attended a school before? No, we never had a proper school in Cornhaven. I mainly got my education from books that my parents bought from traveling merchants. What about you? I used to attend a public school in my hometown. But after Miss Mora adopted me, she handled my education personally.
Repario Arcanum!
There's a trace of illusion magic next to the body. We believe that the suspect donned an illusory disguise immediately after murdering the victim. Using his disguise, he discreetly made his way back to the library unnoticed. Assuming that Rollins isn't the murderer, the real killer must have used a similar disguise, which means that no one would have seen them leave this classroom. It'll be harder to find any witnesses that saw the perpetrator. What? What's wrong? There's a trace of necromancy on the body. Necromancy? Isn't necromancy the type of magic that creates undead? She's not just going to get up and walk away, right? We're honestly not sure. That's part of the reason why I've stationed myself here. What does that have to do with Wallace? Oh, you didn't know. Wallace Nightgrave is a necromancer. He's a what? He believed that he used a necromancy spell to completely drain her life force. That's why there are no visible wounds. There's here's the autopsy report. I will tell you everything that you... It will tell you everything that you need to... Then why is there blood? How can there be blood without any visible wounds? Died at 2:01 p.m. Body shows no signs of cuts or bruising. The alchemist report has verified that the death was not caused by poison or disease. Body shows traces of necromancy and illusion magic. Cause of death is not apparent, but very likely caused by necromancy magic. Ah, necromancer. Seriously, Celeste, you gotta pay more attention. It's necromancy and illusion magic. You know the two people that we met that had necromancy and illusion as their primal things. It makes it like very heavily pointed towards them, but I think there's... I mean, I know for sure there's more going on, because can't defend someone who's guilty. But in the modern day, even the Inquisition doesn't commonly deal with necromancy. So what if the kid has a thing for necks? It's not actually anything. They're all on the edge about what other spells he might have used. So I'm here to make sure that nothing unholy happens to the body. They're against necromancy. They don't like necromancy. You can't believe it. You've heard stories of necromancers before. But why would Wallace be studying something like that? But even if Wallace is a necromancer, aren't there plenty of other mages who can cast necromancy spells? This is an academy for mages after all. No, there are no laws against it, but the knowledge required to learn necromancy is heavily controlled. No one in their right mind would dare teach necromancy beyond basic healing magic. Okay, healing magic falls under necromancy. Interesting. Frankly, I'm surprised even one student at this school was allowed to learn it. I can see why. But because of this specific piece of evidence, we know that he's a murderer, and it's still too convenient. She doubts it. That's the first time you've seen a thought from Steelwind. Normally, you can only see thoughts from people who are stressed or excited. You doubt that Miss Steelwind is excited, so it's something causing her to be stressed? Is there something you're not telling us, Steelwind? Because something tells me that this case isn't as straightforward as you claim it is. If you truly believe that, then why don't you prove it? I can't see any more thoughts from her. She must be subconsciously guarding her mind now. But she's clearly hiding something. Can't take it anymore. That smell's driving me crazy. I guess maybe we were supposed to ask you first and then examine the room. What is that? From what I understand, there was a bit of an accident a few days ago. Or maybe not. It happened during one of the classes that the headmaster was teaching. He misread the instructions for an alchemy experiment. And as a result, he accidentally produced this rancid-smelling vapor. Headmaster accidentally produced a stink bomb. Vapor? It's not poisonous, is it? Of course not. I wouldn't be standing here if it were. It's just extremely unpleasant to the senses. Okay. A rancid yet harmless vapor that still lingers in the room. I thought something was decomposing. You know what happened here, Steelwind? Well, it all began when the City Watch received a call from the Academy. Supposedly, there was an attack on campus grounds and the entire building was put in lockdown. The City Watch set up a perimeter around the building while they waited for the system to deactivate. What? Couldn't the Academy have let them in once the scene was secure? I'm not sure about the specifics, but supposedly the lockdown can't be shut down manually. You'll have to ask one of the Academy admins if you want to know more. Anyway, you two were also present during the lockdown, am I correct? Did either of you see anything suspicious? No, but we actually met the professor that morning. She was still alive then. I see, that does match with the account from our other witnesses. Do you have any idea where she went after she left the library? The headmaster gave us express permission to be here. If you have an issue with that, then take it up with him. I'll have you know that I was on my way to do just that. She said that she was going to meet with the headmaster. He also mentioned that when I questioned him. She attended the meeting as planned. If their headmaster met with Bellwether, you'll probably want to speak with him next. She must have found her way into this classroom afterward. Would you happen to have a map of the academy? I do. I have extra copies if you'd like one. What is it? There's only one direct path from the headmaster's office to this lecture hall. But I wonder if she took any detours. Let's check that out real quick, shall we? Okay. So we were here. She went to the headmaster's office. Interesting layout. And then 2B. So we are here. So there's a lot of places she could have passed, but there's no saying if she stopped anywhere else along the way. You know how the body was discovered? 2 members of the kitchen staff spotted her collapsed inside this classroom. They reported the situation to the campus admin while they attempted to save her life. But it was too late. The professor had already passed away by the time any healers arrived. These 2 staff members, who were they? I believe their names are Valentina and Valerie. Is that an I or an L? Lanus or Ianus? They are apparently sisters. Corin was the one who collected their statements. Did he notice anything off about their behavior? From what he said, they had a few quirks, but nothing too suspicious. Quirks. He told me that they were running and spinning around him during questioning. That is kind of old. Didn't they say she had all her life force drained? Yeah, I'm wondering about if she had a life force drained and there were no cuts or bruises while there's blood on the ground. What does that mean? I have no idea. Perhaps they were still on edge after finding their co-worker murdered. You'll definitely want to speak with those staff members. They were being hyperactive during questions. Interesting. We already told the Inquisition this, but Wallace was with us the entire time. He couldn't have committed the murder. Yeah, he has a perfect alibi. Strong, maybe, but his alibi is far from perfect. Mrs. McCoy herself told us that. There was a small time period where she wasn't with him. What? Right, it was when I came to check on you after you knocked over that shelf. I got a little lost on my way back to Wallace. But still, we only lost each other for a few minutes. I got some ideas for the direction it's going with, some of the things mentioned so far. Still curious how it all went down. Yeah. Clearly they're, like, we're going to at some point just prove that he couldn't have made that trip back and forth, but they're maybe gonna do something about, oh, it's a delayed spell or something. I don't know. That may be, but unless his alibi is airtight, the evidence in this room proves that it was him. What do you mean? It will be easier to explain once you examine it yourself. Okay, and then we discovered that it was necromancy magic. Okay, what about the blood? As a mage from a noble house, you must have gone to school here. Did you know Catherine Bellwether while you were here? That's not what I asked. Unfortunately, I did. I constantly clashed with her over her treatment of the students. Oh, I guess she's just... It's seeing the blood as just referring to Catherine. One of my biggest regrets is failing to remove her from her position before I graduated. It sounds like many people didn't get along with the professor. I would say more, but it doesn't feel right to speak ill of the dead. So, the bloodstain on the body probably would have been considered the same as showing her profile. I don't want to know about the arcane construct, because I feel like maybe one of the construct... The only thing is that if there was no cuts or bruises, then if the construct were to stab her, then... Unless there's illusion magic hiding the fact that she was stabbed. I don't know, though. Do you think... Okay. Okay, what are your thoughts on her? Okay. Anything new you have to say about him? No. I assume we're gonna get the same spiel. Yeah. Anything new about the detective? Oh, I was surprised to see you conducting the investigation, Steelwind. Why don't you leave the things to Commander White? Please, I can barely trust that oaf to make me coffee. Oof. After last time, I feel much more confident overseeing the investigation myself. But the Inquisition doesn't seem to be helping her at all. All they're doing is to stand in guard while she does all the work. Oh. I think we learned everything we can here. You should probably speak to Wallace. You look around the barracks during dungeon cells, but you don't see Wallace anywhere. The Inquisition is probably still questioning him. You should come back later. Okay. Anything new? No, I don't... Oh.
Prepario Arcanum!
I doubt there's any magic here. No. Okay, let's go to the kitchen. Hello? Is anyone there? Oh? Upbeat music? It looks like there's no one here right now. Maybe we should check somewhere else. You'd like to take a look around the kitchen, but Valentina looks a little bit anxious. Snooping around might scare her off. You should learn everything you can from her before you examine the kitchen. Wait. That doesn't seem... I think we discovered a whoopsie there. Because nobody's here. But alright, we'll go to the headmaster's office first. You follow the map that Steelwind gave you. And you arrive at the headmaster's office. Oh, hello there. I wasn't expecting guests today. Sorry for coming unannounced. You must be... My name is Theodore Redmond. I'm the headmaster of Wyvern Guard Imperial Academy. And judging from your appearance, you must be the protege of Ruby Tamora. What do I owe the pleasure? They must be here to investigate the murder. Hello. Wait, Eris? I thought you went to see Wallace. Unfortunately, the Inquisition is questioning him right now. They aren't allowing visitors. Jacuz! He must be so scared right now. I hope he's okay. Right, she had the same experience not too long ago. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Okay, let's talk first. This is terrible. To think that one of my prized students would be accused of murder. Wait, hold up. Because... Bell... The Katrine said that he was one of the, like... Someone she didn't see as, like, the not dissidents. But, like, part of the bad students. But he says prized students. Or does he just mean all of his students? Also, he's 88. That's pretty old. We heard your voice in the intercom when the lockdown happened. Are you the one who triggered it? Yes, I activated it when I received a call from one of the staff. They reported that Professor Bellwether had been attacked. Oh, push-up time. I had to reinstall Twitch, but now my channel points work again. And you're immediately putting them to good use. Okay. We'll do a push-up and a stretch check. And also I'm gonna drink some water, because it is a very talk-heavy game, which I knew, but it also requires a little water. Okay, push-ups. Push-ups down. Now a stretchy stretch. Okay. I guess the hydrate I was gonna push to was 3. Well, the hydrate is to remind me to drink water. But that doesn't mean I don't drink when I'm not asked to hydrate, because then I wouldn't be drinking enough water at all. I need to find a way. I've been thinking about this for a while now. And recently it was brought up again. I was like, what if I added some sort of Tamagotchi-like elements to my overlay or to my model somehow? I need to look into if I can do a thing with, like, if someone redeems a hydrate or gives me stuff, if there's gonna be a cute little animation. Then it would require me to know how to make cute little animations, which I don't, but an owl can dream. Yeah. Tamagotchi your streamer, not be poker. Yeah, I think it'd be so cute. I just don't know how to do it. I need more skills, but it takes time to get skills. Making animations as cute as you would be. I'm not cute. Nah. But I'd love to have a little animation of like, you know, just a little piece of food, but then like noms being taken out of it and a couple crumbs falling, and just putting that down in front of my mouth whenever someone redeems, like, gives bits or something. and then like a water thing for hydrates. I don't exactly know. But just Tamagotchi it up, because I think, I don't know, I just like the idea. Gosh dang it, now I have to translate that. Let me think. Dutch it. Ik ben niet schattig. Stop met deze onzin. En... Hoi Luna. There. Translated. Also, hello Ghostbot, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Better back, go meow at T and show her buttons are working again. Alright. The music in this game is amazing. We know one of the people, or well... I know one of the people that made it. Well, no. No is a strong word. I know of them. Like, I'm in his community. It's Shady Cicada, and also someone else whose name I'm now slipping on, but I'm not in their community. But the music is great. Also, the art is great. It's a cool game. They reported Professor Bellwether had been attacked. Okay. How does the lockdown system work? It's an artificial network that covers the entire academy. In the event of an emergency, I can activate it using this stone. The headmaster pulls out a glowing stone from his desk. Hey, shiny the music? Part of the music. I don't know exactly which songs. We can check the credits a little later. But yeah, he got hired to do part of the music. I know the theme that plays after you like make an objection in court, like the things are getting heated stuff. He's talented. He's very good, but I don't know which songs are his and which songs are the other like artists. It wasn't just one musician. A lot of other people put a lot of good stuff in here. You can hear the hum of magical energy emanating from it. Once activated, the system creates magical barriers throughout the building. It's designed to contain and protect each room in the building. Could a powerful mage breach any of these barriers? I doubt it. The barriers can withstand a great amount of force. They even block mages from teleporting through them. And once activated, even I can't turn it off for an hour. That seems like it could backfire real bad. What can you tell me about Wallace? Earlier you said he was one of your prized students. Aha, so I wasn't the only one to catch it. He's sad. I just need to understand. Why did the prosecutor say that he was a necromancer? Because technically, he is one. What? But why would he study something like that? Necromancy is probably one of the most dangerous and most scrutinized schools of magic. Its image has been long tainted by stories of dark wizards raising armies of the undead. However, it doesn't just control the forces of death, it also controls the forces of life. Forces of life? The truth is that healing magic is also classified as necromancy. Interesting. They already alluded to that. So, necromancy in this school of magic is not just death, it's also life. Look, I only did that like once or twice. What? Most healers don't care to admit it because of the stigma it has. But that's why Wallace is studying it. He wants to become a doctor. But there are plenty of mages who know healing magic. Why is Wallace being singled out? For years, he's been studying necromancy beyond basic healing magic. He believes that high-level necromancy could revolutionize modern medicine. Unfortunately, many among the faculty don't see it that way. Wallace doesn't hail from a noble house. He's a mage that was born amongst the common folk. He's like me. Yeah, some settings do that healing is necromancy type of system. Yeah, I've seen it before. I do like that this game does it too. Because otherwise healing is usually under divine magical sorts. Which can work, but I kind of like the sort of curveball. Many of the faculty fear that he'll use his knowledge to raise armies of undead, just like the necromancers of old. The Imperial Academy isn't even permitted to teach students beyond basic healing magic. Then why did you allow him to study it? After everything that had happened to him, I made an exception. Everything that has happened to him? I'm not at liberty to say more. You'll have to ask him if you wish to know more. If you plan on defending Wallace, you'll need a spell compendium. Am I correct? Yes, having a client's compendium is instrumental to acquitting them. You may find that a bit difficult. You see, after a certain incident, he destroyed his compendium. What? He can do that? What? Why would he do that? Doesn't he need that to use magic? A spell compendium is a device mages use to keep track of what spells they can cast. It's really convenient for remembering the formulas and incantations of your spells. But it's not actually required to use magic. Oh? I thought of destroying mine a long time ago, but they're really expensive. Luckily, I have an unattuned spell compendium right here. I'd be more than happy to give it to you if it helps Wallace. Oh, thanks! Wallace just needs to maintain physical contact with it for 10 minutes. After that, the compendium will attune to his magic. Just make sure that you don't let another mage like Celeste hold it. Once it attunes to a mage, no one else can use it. Okay. Interesting. What? Wait, but how did... Oh? The glitch happened again. Glitch happened and someone changed their mind. He was like, wait, how did you get that? And I was like, wonderful. I just hope you can persuade Wallace to attune to it. Happen again, guys. Something ain't good here. Aries. The girl's bad news. Yep. Okay, tell me about Catherine Bellwether. Oh. All the negative emotions. She's an eldritch horror of some kind. She is something not good. Wow, that was a whole mess of emotions. She was rather unpleasant to work with. Can you think of any enemies she might have had? Would the entire school be demons of sand are in this school? You might as well list everyone who attended this school. Eris. It's best to be blunt with these sort of things. As you saw yesterday, she has a pretty abrasive attitude towards the students. Many people in this school did not care for her. Maybe she wasn't the nicest person, but would that really be enough to motivate someone to murder her? She often targeted and harassed students, especially those who were from common folk. Damn nobility in the system and the society. She even made a habit of expelling those students for minor infractions. For commoners, magic can be your ticket out of poverty. I can't imagine how it feels to have that opportunity unfairly taken from you. She put so much pressure on those students. Some of them even left the academy of their own volition. They couldn't handle the constant verbal abuse. Hold up, why would the headmaster allow this? Headmaster? She very quickly got adjusted to referring to the teacher in past tense. Okay, true, but nobody else has shown that they had difficulty with switching over to past tense, though. Okay, guys, what if we just let me go and call an investigation? Even then, would that really be enough motive to commit murder? The human psyche is a fragile thing. I'm sure you know all about that. It's astounding what someone might do when pushed far enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. She's not a human. What about her relationship with the faculty? In some cases, it was worse than it was with the students. Why did you allow her to stay? She'd often treat the staff like her personal servants. I've received many complaints from them about her behavior. Sorry if this sounds rude, but why didn't you just fire her if she was such a big problem? Asking the questions I've been asking. Have you even once read Eris's mood? Like, did anything ever slip? No, but then again, it did say that we can only read the moods of people that are super excited or super anxious. So because Ruby has learned to shield herself from the Eye of Horus, and also Steelwind managed to subconsciously shield herself. So I bet certain personality types just can't be read. Also, we don't read things in the entire time. We only read like strong emotion reactions. She's used her position to curry favor with the noble houses over the years. Of course she did. As you can imagine, the Academy's board is controlled by nobility. Of course it is. If I ever tried to remove her, they would probably support her over me. Of course they would. Why must the owl lady be a jerk? I heard that you had a meeting scheduled with Professor Bellwether this morning. She has no strong reaction to the murder occurring. True, but we don't read everything constantly. So, but yeah, she very sus. What time was it, and when did the meeting end? Our meeting was scheduled for noon. She arrived on time, and our meeting lasted until 1 p.m. Okay, so there's at least an entire hour between that and her murder. Did anything seem off about her to you? No, she seemed to be her usual self. And her usual self was frightening. You detected traits of fear, or is it nervousness? If you don't mind me asking, what was the purpose of your meeting? We met to discuss routine administrative matters. Despite our personal disagreements, we knew to stay civil when discussing professional affairs. Yeah, sure. Also, I really like how his arm is shaded with the plot there. But to be perfectly honest, I did always feel like I was treading on eggshells when speaking with her. Okay. But you were her superior, weren't you? Didn't she respect your authority? No. From anything we've heard so far, she did not. We had many arguments about how I was managing the academy. And she was very vocal about her distaste for the common folk students. Isn't she common folk herself? She was difficult, to say the least. Look at the pretty picture. It's a painting of someone who looks like some sort of professor. That's Professor Lucas Gilbert. He was an instructor here many decades ago. He was well beloved by the students here, and he was quite an accomplished scholar. And this was all despite him lacking the ability to use magic, what? Oh, that's interesting. He studied magic without actually being able to use it? It's too bad we can't see the faces of the people speaking, but I mean, maybe it's just an automatic reaction that they are shown whenever their textbook switches to it, even if we can't see them speaking behind it. Yes, he was quite remarkable. Unfortunately, we lost him to illness very early in his life. Oh. Is this maybe... Is he related to Wallace? It's a painting of a mage, but he doesn't quite look like a noble. No, he doesn't. Oh, that's Jason Steelwind. One of the chosen mages of the skilled lord. Oh! There was also one earlier that made artifacts that magicless people could use. Yes, the first artificer. Or one of the big artificers. So, this is the ancestor of the Steelwind, of our prosecutor. And the people that initially got given magic, of course, wouldn't be nobility. Wait, Steelwind? As in... Yes, he's the earliest recorded ancestor of House Steelwind. Yeah, the way the nobility originated, we learned, is that at some point the kingdom was pretty much going to lose a really big bad war. And the people prayed to the god of the dragons to save them. And what is referred to as the skilled lord, a dragon, skilled, like skills, came down and granted magic upon a select group of heroes on the front line, and they single-handedly, supposedly, defeated the opponents. And with that, they won the war, and from them forth came the nobility. Legends say that the skilled lord bestowed his power upon him and his allies to create the first well, there we go. Wow, it's hard to even tell that he and the prosecutor belonged to the same bloodline. As with all of the noble houses, House Steelwind had quite humble beginnings. If only they'd remembered where they came from. There's a window with a view of a garden. The headmaster has a nice view from up here. It is a small table for guests. Is that wine? No, actually, it's just apple juice. Most of my guests are students, after all. Aww. It seems like some of the 3D, like the backgrounds are like 3D generated and then partly painted over. It's interesting. Oh yeah, the headmaster uses illusion, doesn't he? Well, that's their main arcane art. This is why I need to swap out the nobility now and then. Don't we call that democracy? Swapping out the people that lead. There's a fireplace with some burning wood. It looks pretty cozy. Detect magic. I hope he doesn't. Oh well. I was saying I hope he doesn't mind that we are suspecting. That's okay. Can I want to learn about. My apologies. Can't say okay. How about this? Had a bit of a mishap in lecture hall 2B. Yes. I was filling in for the alchemy instructor when I accidentally misread the instructions she left. I'm quite embarrassed to admit that my old age is catching up with me. Well, you're 88. I had potato genocide. What? Okay, I might be able to learn about the people that discovered the body even though I haven't met them and don't have a profile. Never mind. Do you have anything to say about Eris? Did you know Eris is one of our top students in the study of illusion magic? Oh really? Thank you, Headmaster. I appreciate your praise. Why do you study illusion magic, Eris? Wait, hold up, it says... Oh no, never mind, I was confused for a second. Oh, no particular reason. I just happen to have an affinity. It's also quite enjoyable to use my magic to deceive people. Ah, yes, just wave those red villain flags for me. Okay, any new things about Wallace? Okay, no, that just... He already said stuff in that talky talk. So there's different ways of getting the same answer by... She's an eldritch horror disguised as a human. Okay, yeah. You know, we already read this all. I'm sorry. What do you think about Celeste? I heard that Miss Tamara has recently hired a mage. I hope that you found our resources useful for your studies. Yeah, definitely. I was able to learn a lot of spells today. I'm curious about his reaction, because apparently that's not normal. No, these red flags smell a bit fishy, almost like herring. Oh. No, I don't think this is a red herring though, because we saw her in our dream. Spells? Yeah. Celeste doesn't know that usually you can't just read a spell and know it. So... Why does everyone react like that? Is learning multiple spells not normal? No! Anyways, I'm glad you enjoyed using our library. Our academy does offer admission to mages from the common folk. Would you be interested in enrolling here? He's like, oh, she talented. No offense, but I just can't stand the idea of being cooped up in a school like this. I like learning about magic in the field. Ah, that's unfortunate. It's like, oh dang, good student. Okay, thoughts? Anything about Steelwind? Have you met the prosecutor, Mr. Redmond? Ah, I am already well acquainted with her. It wasn't a pleasant... Or, well, I mean, she did study here, so he angry at her. She was once a student here. Oh right, she is a noble. It makes sense that she'd go to school here. What about me? Do you have any thoughts about me? I'm sorry that your first visit to the academy ended so tragically, Mr. Kubert. No need to apologize. No one could have guessed that today would turn out like this. I mean... We could have. Nevertheless, I hope you found our resources useful in your research. Unfortunately, your research left you with even more questions about the Eye of Horus. Well, how are you related to Miss Tamora? It's the library. I can't thank you enough for that. We learned a lot. Of course, I'm always willing to aid the younger generation in the pursuit of knowledge. How do you know Miss Tamora anyway? That's, oh dear. Oh, did she defend him in a court case? From his reaction, it must have been a hard time in his life. He'd best not pry further. Okay. Any thoughts of the detective? Okay, no. I think we've found everything we could. No spells, no things here, really. I feel like one of these attorneys could go alone to be the first on the new planet, only to discover aliens and a murder case amongst them. Yes. Can we talk to him? No. Then... kitchen now? Hello, is anyone here? You right there? Oh, she cute! Look at her cute, happy face. I like her hair color, it's so bright. Makes me happy. Also, that's a good hand. Sorry, but the cafeteria is closed right now. She cute. Yeah, she looks cute. She looks so adorable. I can't wait for her to be the murderer. I don't think she'd be the murderer. Don't let cute food I'm biased. She's a cook. I like food. Actually, we're here to investigate the murder. And expression change. We heard that 2 members of the kitchen staff discovered the body. Oh, that would be me. You're 19. I mean, I guess you do look young. Why is everyone holding a formal occupation so young already? I mean, I guess kitchen staff, 19, that tracks, but... nah. Feels like everyone here is kids. Medieval age logic. Yeah, but an attorney? Our opponent is 18 and we're 20 and we're attorneys. Feels like we're too young. You get employed at like 16. Yeah. I'm Valentina Iannis. I don't know if that's an L or an A, but I think it's an I. Did I say I or an L? I like her design. Also, the music is like, it's upbeat and happy and not constantly working either before that. Gotta remember to prepare some food before I get interrogated by you for the crime I did. I think you pronounced like Janice. Oh, you know, you might be onto something. How about the other person? Do you know where they are right now? Oh, that would be my sister Valerie. Valentina and Valerie, your parents had a... like, Janus in English, I guess. Oh, so Janus. I see, not Ja, but I see. Okay, yeah, Janus. But I think she's somewhere else on campus right now. If you're with those knights, we've already told them everything we know. Actually, we're investigating separately from them. I wanted to ask you some questions about what you saw. Sure, I'm going to have to remember those details again. I'm sorry. What did you see? To start, can you tell us how you and your sister discovered the body? This music is not... It's very upbeat and happy, and it does not suit the tenseness of her. My sister and I were walking the hallway from the kitchen to the west exit. We spotted the professor in a nearby classroom. She was lying on the floor and bleeding. All the negative emotions. I used an emergency communication device to call for help. I really like how they drew the hair. Gosh, I want to draw hair like this. It's so pretty. While I was doing that, my sister tried to wake her up. La la la, let's talk about murder and corpses, doody-doo. Once again, bleeding. Yeah. And I would imply that Valerie told that she could be resuscitated. Did she know if the professor was still alive or not? You're not sure, but she wasn't responding at all. She wasn't breathing and she didn't have a pulse. But at that moment in time, I guess there wasn't any blood, because... I mean, I guess maybe if she'd said we had no clue she was dead, then there probably wasn't any blood. Because if there was blood, then they probably would have feared the worst. Might still have tried to wake her up, but... What do you know about the suspect in this case? Because we hadn't stabbed her yet. This was her chance. His name is Wallace Nightgrave. He's a student here, but the body doesn't show any bruises or physical harm, which is interesting because there's blood on the ground. He's that scary kid, right? Oh, he's a sweetie. The one that raises undead? Those are just rumors. He would never do something like that. But he studies necromancy, right? Have you ever actually met him? No, but I've heard the rumors. He's always hanging around the cemetery. I'm sure he's just biding his time, waiting for his chance to raise an army. He's a kid who probably lost his parents, and that's why he's spending time in the cemetery and wants to learn healing magic. Can't be helped that people think of him that way. And you can't help but be a little bit annoyed on his behalf. And can you tell me about Catherine Bellwether? All the negative emotions. Yet another set of complicated emotions. But they're all bad. He wants to bring them back, huh? Maybe, but considering necromancy is also healing magic, he might just really want people to not die anymore. Perhaps he should have been talking to the Eldritch Holder lady. Or just visit them and go stop others from dying. Yeah, exactly. Maybe he just wants to heal people and be really good at healing people. He's like, we have all this healing magic, but nobody's studying it because you're scared. Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it anymore. Nah, that couldn't be it. He's a filthy necromancer. Poor guy. She was a horrible person. She was really terrible to all of us. By all of us, do you mean academy staff? Yeah, she always treated us like the personal servants. Sometimes she'd make messes on purpose, just so she could urge us to clean it up. She sounds like a jerk. This probably sounds terrible, but I'm sure a lot of people are glad she's gone. I just hope we can still keep our jobs. Damn. Interesting. Now, why would she be worried about that? Do you ever feel like your job was at risk because of Bellwether? Yes, actually. She was actually planning to fire all of the staff. Wow, she had an iron grip on this school. Like, basically everyone in this school would have reason to murder her. All of the staff? That can't be true, can it? The academy needs staff to function. I'm not sure about the details. That's just what Jan told us. Jan? Or are we gonna go with the Dutch pronunciation? Is it Jan? Amazing, finding murderer just to give him a trophy. Who's Jan? I guess it's English game, so it would be Jan? He's one of the academy's custodians. You can probably find him cleaning the halls if you look around. If he has a very Dutch last name, I'm gonna call him Jan. Do you know Eris Ilmater? She seems scarier than a necromancer. They need a public service. What? I've heard rumors about her, you know. Wow, this school is a rumor mill. I mean, I guess it's a school, but still. There's just something about her that fills me with dread every time I see her. That might be the Eldritch Horror. She feels it too. Have you actually spoken to her before? She's a nice person. No, thanks, I'm good. I don't need to go insane. Curious. Okay, no, nothing. Headmaster. Oh, he's a really nice person. We would have never gotten a job here if it weren't for him. Really? Yeah, he has connections with the local community center. He hires people from the common folk there to work at the academy. Aw, he's a good bean. I doubt there's anyone else she knows anything about. Do you know anything about the arcane constructs? I know. Figured. And I don't think we can examine anything. Someone's close to the crime scene. Would you cast detect magic and scan for magical traces? Oh, that frightens you a lot. Sure. Did she just say scan for magical traces? Oh, I'll just get out of your way then. Uh-oh. 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 Don't let it be you. You don't. Did you magic? Also, she works in school. Something rumors is how you stay sane in the food. Sharing rumors is how you stay safe in the food service job. I don't know why the beginning part of sharing was censored. Wow, she just bolted out of the room. That's suspicious. Oh, I forgot the space. Ah. Some line must be for the professors. Meals. Shame that the closer kitchen investigation. So it's a word directly after dot and it thought I'm trying to link. Oh. There's a rack of cooking influence hanging from the wall. Yeah, I must use this for cooking. Ingredients. Plate of bread. Don't get any ideas. Odd. Remember when we went to the fancy restaurant? You just kept ordering breadsticks and butter. The bread is free, I might as well take advantage of it. You know, eating that many carbs isn't good for you. Yeah. Let the man enjoy himself. It's a barrel full of some sort of drink. I wonder. It's probably not lotus juice in the nest. Aww. There's a large cooking station here. I must prepare the meals in bulk here. Well, yeah. There's a lot of mouths to feed. Detect magic.
Arcanum.
Nope, nothing. Probably something on her, but... Hallway? Oh! Speaking to someone in a blue-collar uniform. Could he be the custodian that she mentioned? Jan, where have you been? You still haven't fixed the plumbing in the kitchen sinks. Someone just died. Can't we take the day off for once? Jan Hugas. Yeah, he's gonna be called Jan. Jan Hugas. You're causing trouble for me and Valentina. Please be reasonable. Wait, why is Valentina suddenly speaking in the third person? She is her twin. Maybe disguised as the other one. Oh, hello? Valentina Janus? Or... Valentina? Oh, my apologies. I can see why you're confused. I'm not Valentina. I'm her sister, Valerie. Okay, so they are twins. Okay. Yeah. Are you trying to trick us or something? You look exactly the same. You remember reading about something like this before. You two are identical twins, aren't you? You're both genetically identical to each other. Oh, that's... throwing that curveball at us in a crime thing. Yes, we are. Wait, this means that she was the one who discovered the body alongside Valentina. Since we have you here, do you mind if I ask you some questions about what happened? I'm terribly sorry, but I've already spent a lot of time looking for Jan here. I'm really behind on my work. But Jan was also nearby when we discovered the body. I'm sure he can answer your questions. Before you have any chance to object, Valerie quickly walks away. Wait, you want me to go after her? I'm pretty sure I can catch up to her. No, we don't want to scare those two more than we already have. Jan? Anyways, Valeria said that Jan was around when the murder happened. You know, the fact that what he's wearing looks like a big pajama doesn't help. Like, it looks like he's wearing a pajama and being very sleepy. Maybe he saw something. Jan Hugas. Jan, was it? Do you mind if we ask you some questions about what happened? Really? He's just like me for realsies. Well, whatever. At least I have an excuse to take a break now. So Jan, are you a part of the staff here? Yep, I'm a janitor. I clean, and I do odd jobs here and there. Well, apparently that's all he has to say about that. Valerie mentioned that you were close to Lecture Hall 2B before they found Bellwether. What were you doing when the twins discovered the body? I was cleaning the halls. Bellwether knocked over a vase, and there were shards and dirt everywhere. Wait, you saw the professor before the twins arrived? Yeah, like I said, she broke the vase right in this hallway. It was probably 20-30 minutes before the twins found the body. You might have been the last person to see her alive. Did you see where she went after breaking the vase? Yeah, I think she went into that room over there. Jan points to the lecture hall that Bellwether was found in. Did you see anyone else enter the lecture hall? I'm honestly not sure. I was more worried about cleaning the mess she made. Well, did you notice anything off about her? She was in a pretty bad mood, but honestly, that's pretty normal for her. She was walking real slow. I didn't notice her at first, and she basically shoved me out of her way. After that, she knocked over that vase. I didn't even say anything after that. She still yelled at me to be quiet. Do you see where she went after that? Not really, but the only thing in that direction is lecture hall 2B. I can't imagine her going anywhere else. Well, beyond the lecture hall 2B, we saw on the map that there is a storage chamber. Can you tell me about Catherine Bellwether? I've heard that she had a pretty bad relationship with the staff. She had a bad relationship with just about everyone. Students, the other teachers. I can't think of many people who actually didn't get along with her. I'm sure you had your own share of bad experiences with her. Yeah, she'd always yell at me when I was taking too long to get a job done. I hate to say it, but things are a lot more peaceful around here without her. That's blunt to say the least. You can't exactly blame him for thinking that. Valentina mentioned something interesting. Did you tell her that Bellwether was going to fire the academy staff? Yeah, I remember that. What made you think that she was going to do something like that? You know those arcane constructs in the library? Bellwether was the one that ordered them. Oh yeah, they're so cool! Well, a few weeks ago I overheard a meeting she was having with the headmaster. From what I heard, she was planning to order more constructs and entirely replace the staff. Oh. Well, I'm sure the headmaster rejected her proposal. Oh no, that was me. I don't know, from the way she was talking it sounded like she didn't even... like he didn't have a say in the matter. But only the headmaster would have the authority to fire the staff. Why would she be that confident? Don't know. All I know is that she hated having common folk in the schools, even amongst the staff. She was really miffed that he was hiring common folk from the community center. As if you're gonna get a noble to clean up messes. I guess that's what the constructs were for. Honestly, the more we learn about Bellwether, the more it's like, basically everyone in this school would have a reason to murder her, because she was a jerk. Not that it's right, but basically everyone had motives. I wonder if you have anything to say about this. Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, Arya isn't letting anyone into the lecture hall till the investigation's over. But I'll probably have to get to it eventually. All chemical messes are always a pain to clean up. I'm not looking forward to that. I wonder if Arya can help me out like she used to. Wait, do you personally know Prosecutor Steelwind? She studied here a few years ago. She'd always help me out using her magic. I miss that. Aww. Arya is really nice. I don't know anything about Garrus, anything about Wallace. Anything about the headmaster? It's great. I owe him a lot to get me this job. But I suppose these things never last. They must be talking about Bellwether's plan to fire the staff. Okay. Twins? Are you friends of Diana's sisters? I wouldn't say we're friends exactly, but we do work together a lot. There was a lot of give and take among co-workers. As commoners got to stick together after all. After a while, we even made a system to warn each other about where Bellwether was. Bellwether was kind of a menace here, wasn't she? Dang. Okay, then I want to know, what else do you know about Arya? Not recently, but she used to go to school here. What was she like back then? Oh, she was great. She always reprimanded Bellwether when she picked on the students and stuff. Dang. She was probably the only person in the school that would stand up to her. Students elected her as the student body president, and she took that job very seriously. Wow, I never expected that. Things were a lot better when she was here. Aww. That's why she said her main regret is not getting Bellwether fired. She knew what kind of menace Bellwether was. I think that's all we can really learn from this guy. Okay, all the lecture halls.
Repario Arcanum.
No magic here. We haven't tried the magic here yet. Check magic here, but I doubt anything would do magic here. Yeah. Okay, then I think it's time to go and to the barracks. I think we will be able to talk to Wallace. It's over. My life is over. Oh, poor buddy. Just imagining she got some future Ghost of Christmas thing going on and she gets shown all these people talking about how great it is without her. For some reason I have a feeling she wouldn't care. Wallace? Eve, who are you? What do you want? Wallace, it's Lesson Tyron. From the library, remember? Oh, right. How are you doing? Apparently not well. Please tell me you're going to get me out of here. I keep telling them that he'd do it. But they still won't let me go. I'm sorry, Wallace, but they found traces of necromancy magic on the body. The gasp. And because of that, they're going to push your case to the trial. What? Are they going to execute me? This can't be happening. I can feel these walls closing in. I can't breathe. Please calm down. We know that you're innocent. With that said, would you let me represent you in court? Oh, right. You said you were an lawyer. But I don't really have any money to pay you with. Don't worry about that. Even though my mentor said this isn't charity work. Screw that. For now, let's just focus on getting you acquitted. What? Do they seriously want to help me? No, they want something from me, but... Well, I guess it doesn't matter anyway. It's not like I have anything else to lose. It's not exactly the reaction you were expecting. But at least he's cooperating. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he's like, this is too good to be true, so they must be wanting something from me. I don't understand. I was with you in the library the entire time. But why do they still think I'm the murderer? Makes no sense unless... You told the Inquisition, right? Did you tell them that I'm innocent? Did they frame me? Oh, he's suspicious of us. We did, but as we said before, there's traces of necromancy on the body. And with the state of the body, they believe that she was murdered with a necromancy spell. Apparently, that makes you their prime suspect. I see. Wallace, we heard about the type of magic that you're studying. Scared. Don't worry. The headmaster explained it to us already. You just want to use necromancy to become a doctor, right? I understand that you have reservations about telling about your magic. But in order to build a case for you, I need your spell compendium. I don't have one. I know, Eris already told us about that. That's why she gave us a blank one for you to attune to. Do I have to? It's your life on the line. And we need all of the information we can get to help you. Sorry, you're right. I'll attune to it. Ooh. He does have animate corpse in there. Done. That's not good for us. Mend wounds, so that makes time. Target casting iron wounds are magically healed without leaving any scars or bruises. The spell can't restore missing limbs, nor can it revive someone who has already died. What could have happened, because the body doesn't show any signs of cuts or bruises, if someone tried to mend wounds on the body after she died. Maybe that's why it doesn't show any cuts. Wow, the setting is so D&D. Yeah, it seems those spells are pretty strongly referred from tabletop magic systems. Illusory disguise. Oh, buddy. That's not good for us. Places the illusion in the dark to completely change their visual appearance. The disguise moves with the target for the duration. Disguise can make the target look 1 feet larger or smaller. Elements hidden by the spells are made invisible. And elements created by a spell are purely visual. You cannot make physical contact with it. Illusio. Did he use her to test resurrection magic? Considering he was in the library the entire time, supposedly, no, he should be completely innocent, but his spells are not a good thing. Vivify. Loads the target with life energy and attempt to resuscitate them. It does not heal wounds sustained. Results may vary, but it cannot resuscitate someone who has been dead for more than a minute. Oh, okay, so you'd have to heal them and then revive, so... Interesting. Animate corpse. Uh-oh. Reanimates the target using life energy, creating an undead minion for the duration. The minion follows the caster's orders, but it has limited intelligence and cannot speak. The minion can end the spell prematurely, but will only do so if ordered to by the caster. Once the spell has ended, the undead will return to being a dead body. Your Honor, I object. It's definitely to my case. I'm starting a new colony now. Did your colony not end up well? I'm sorry to hear that, Thomas. Necrotic Blight. Blighto. Blighto. Point index finger. Instant. Pulls all of the life energy from the target, resulting in instant death. This spell does not wound the target, nor does it leave any physical evidence, but it still leaves a magical trace. Oh, this is real bad for us. Can we destroy it? Can we? Cause no, they want him to attune to Compendium. This is real bad. This is not good. This is bad for Your Honor. This is bad for my case. Can we strip this from the record? Oh dear. You understand the reason why he's studying this type of magic, but the spells in his compendium are still pretty gruesome. It's a little terrifying that spells like this even exist. Sorry, I know I was being difficult. A long time ago, I showed my compendium to someone I trusted. After she saw my necromancy spells, she told everyone in the academy. That's also when Professor Bellwether started coming after me. I'm sorry, that must have been hard for you. But at least you had Eris. Yeah, I did. How did you and Eris become friends anyway? Ooh, she's still feeling scared about Eris. Wait, was the only reason they thought it was a life drain because there was no wounds? Or did they actually find more obvious traces for that? They found traces of necromancy being used on the body. So that and there being no wounds leads them to believe there's a life drain spell, but I don't know where there's blood. So there's definitely something odd going on there. What could have happened, what I'm thinking right now, is that she was stabbed, that's why there's blood, but then someone healed her body with mend, which is also necromancy magic, because they tried to revive her, which would mean that they leave no traces, like they would leave a trace of necromancy magic, and it would make her body seem like it has no cuts or bruises. Yep, that was what I was thinking. Because why else would there be blood? Another hint of fear from here. Are her fears related to Eris? Oh, it's a bit of a strange story. Sometimes the other students would steal the ID number of my locker. Then they'd switch it with the one of another locker. They thought it was funny whenever the owner got angry with me. Eris had a bit of a reputation around our school. I'm not sure why, but everyone was scared of her, even the students from the nobility. Everyone has a bad feeling about Eris. Time to create an ideology. I haven't played around with ideology a lot yet. I was excited to do so on stream. I'm definitely gonna play Rimworld on stream. I just also really want to play this. Too many fun games. But I want to finish Wildermyth first too. It's probably due to some baseless rumors. No. One day someone switched my nameplate with hers. I was so scared when she approached me, I couldn't even say anything. But she didn't get angry like the others. She just apologized and gave me back my name. Also, why would people get angry at you if it's a common prank people pull? Like, wouldn't they have figured that you wouldn't be the one doing it? Man, these students are stupid. A bit overwhelming for me at least, but then again I kinda just got started with it. Yeah, I started playing Rimworld without any expansions, so I can imagine that having all the expansions to start with is gonna be a lot to learn. After that, she randomly started talking to me whenever she saw me. We became friends after that. That's nice. It's a good thing he was able to find a friend in a place like that. So, I have to ask, if it's caused you so much trouble, why are you still studying necromancy? I want to use it to become a doctor. The headmaster told us the same thing. But you couldn't have just stopped after learning healing spells. Why are you learning spells that can steal people's life force and raise them dead? That is a fair question. Life and death are two sides of the same coin. That's the key principle behind necromancy. Hello, Genoxis! Welcome to the stream. A little bit late, but I'm here. How is everyone? I'm doing well. My voice is getting kinda tired. Like, I've been trying to sort of voice act and... the voice box is not used to this much usage. Health check. Okay, let me... Actually, that empties my bottle. Might need to do a brief water refill. Actually, let's do that now. Really sorry for doing that just as you came in, Janox. But it reminds me that I should do things. So we're gonna take a very quick break. I'm gonna refill my water. There will be ads for 3 minutes, so we don't have to deal with pre-roll for a while. Hi, chat. You know Luna is not cute. Now Luna's gonna go refill her water real quick. And Luna should stop talking about herself in the third person. Any case, 1 moment. I'll be right back. I'm gonna quickly do the health check and do the water refill and... yeah. One moments. You didn't see anything about me switching to the wrong scene twice in a row. Hello, I'm back. I did the health check. Well, I stood up, I looked away, I'm gonna do the stretchy stretch and a good sitting. Oh my, talking in third person? No, it's Luna's twin sister, Celine. Funny thing about that, I was actually considering taking Celine as my name, just Moon. But I like Luna better. I considered a lot of the moon names. I also considered Artemis. Because I did always want to learn how to do archery, but I don't know, Luna just spoke to me. Yeah, let's continue talking to him. We'll see how long my voice lasts. Depending on when this chapter ends, we might just, like, even if it's slightly earlier than my normal stream ending time, if this, like, part ends and it's like, oh, do you want to save now? We're probably gonna end it there, because I don't think my voice is gonna last me much longer. I have a bit of a sore throat. The first undead was actually a failed attempt to resurrect a human using magic. Wow, I never knew that. Right now, basic necromancy can only heal injuries and wounds, but it can't do anything for diseases or deformities. If I could just keep studying, I know that I can create a new type of necromancy, one that can cure diseases and save lives. He specifically wants to cure diseases. Did something happen to him to motivate him that much? Yes. I think I'm gonna already guess the answer to this question. Well, no matter the name, I'm always Diana to make... I wasn't Diana to make bad, but the problem with that is that I have a family member named that, so that would just feel weird. But how was your relationship with Catherine Bellwether? It's exactly what you'd expect. After word got out about what I was studying, Professor Bellwether would always target me. She'd start yelling at me for the smallest mistakes. She'd do that to some of the older students too, and she'd focus on the ones that were poor like me. That's terrible. I'd wake up each day, dreading the possibility that she'd notice me in the hallways. I knew how to avoid her and stay out of her way, but sometimes she'd just come looking for me. Can't believe that after everything that she did, she's just gone. She must have mixed emotions about what happened. I honestly don't know how I feel about it. To be honest, I always wish she would just disappear. Aww. Now that's finally happened, I just feel even more afraid. I feel like she's going to come back from the grave to haunt me. Oh no! Even with Bellwether gone, his trauma still probably linger. Poor guy. Poor baby. I think I'm starting to put things together now. Have you figured something out? Yeah, I just need to take some time to think through everything. The prosecution wants to implicate Wallace despite his alibi. He needs a hug badly. Yes, he needs several hugs. And like... some food. Like some homemade food and a hug. And like a blanket. And a teddy. And then and therapy. Yes. Definitely the therapy. I think he needs the therapy the most. We wouldn't have a reason to do this unless the evidence heavily implicated him. How does the evidence implicate Wallace? I've learned that Wallace is a necromancer, and he's the only person at the academy that's capable of high-level necromancy. Magical trace of necromancy was found on the body. There's trace of necromancy on the body. This means that they think Wallace used all his necromancy spells. Even without seeing the traces, it's very obvious that magic was used on the body. Right, because there aren't any wounds on it. And the autopsy report found no signs of poison or disease. Which spell do they think Wallace used? If I know Prosecutor Steelwind, she probably already has the theory on which spell he might have used. Prosecution will probably argue that Wallace used one of his spells to kill Bellwether. Necrotic Blight. They'll probably say they used Necrotic Blight. That makes sense. Necrotic Blight would have drained the life force from her body. This is strange because she wouldn't have been wounded by Necrotic Blight. Yeah, that's what we've been thinking. But that's where the contradiction lies. Let's suppose that Wallace did kill Bellwether using Necrotic Blight. There's something at the crime scene that wouldn't be there if that were true. The floor was covered in blood. Oh, there's something on the body that shouldn't be here. Okay, Bellwether's body was covered in blood. Necrotic Blight is a spell that doesn't inflict any visible wounds. There shouldn't have been any blood on the body. But then, what really happened? That's the last piece. And if I had to guess, the information we need is being hidden by one of the witnesses who discovered the body. Valentina. She's definitely hiding something. Did you notice how she reacted when I asked you to scan the room? Yeah, she ran away. She didn't even try to be subtle about it. With the way she reacted, I think she may have been trying to hide herself from you to detect magic. Which can only mean that there's a magical trace on her. Well, it could be something innocent. She could have just tried and healed the body, which would maybe leave a magical trace on her, but she's the one using the magic. Oh, that adaptive music ship. I know, right? The music is so good. In which case, the reason she might want to hide it is because she isn't supposed to be having magic as a commoner? Like, that could be, like... Yes, it would make her a suspect, but I think she's a red herring. There's only one way to find out. Next time you see her, could you suddenly cast Detect Magic and scan her? And sure, nothing bad will happen if I make a hyper-complex phenotype. Yes, nothing bad at all will happen. It's not like they're balanced by how much they need to eat and they need negative and positive points. No, sir. Alright. It's been a while since we talked to her, and Valerie mentioned that they still had work to do today. She might be back in the Academy's kitchen now. Is there anything I want to show? Okay, Okay, no. No. Anything on the twins? Personally, I only ever saw them when I went to get food in the cafeteria. But I could tell they were both scared of me. They always did their best to avoid talking to me. Aww. Was he such a sweet boy? Headmaster? He said you were one of his star students. I balanced that, but my complexity said 23. That's even possible? Really? He said that? Oh. The only reason why I'm ever even allowed to attend the academy is because of him. Really? Yes, well dang. He's running a program through the local community center. Usually only nobles can afford to attend the Imperial Academy. But he's allowed mages born through common folk to enroll there for free. Which is interesting, so magic isn't just... It is hereditary, but apparently common folk also are born with magic. Which nobility clearly doesn't like. Thoughts on Eris? Sorry, I wasn't trying to imply... No, I get it. Looks like everyone at the academy is scared of her. Maybe she likes spending time with you because she understands your situation. Maybe. I wonder what... Do you have any thoughts on No. I doubt he has any thoughts on anyone else. I mean, I think we're just gonna get the same talk about Catherine if we show her profile again. I wonder if he has anything interesting to say about necrotic light. No, okay. Makes sense.
Arcanum.
I didn't mean to do that. Back to the kitchen. Those two are finally gone. And we're back. I can finally get some cleaning done. Okay, there she is. Use detect magic to scanner from here. Doesn't she need to say the spell out loud? She's been shouting it this entire time. Right. Just don't shout the incantation like you always do. I know that. Right, here goes. Arcane. What the? What is it? There's a trace of magic on her. I knew it. Which cold magic is it? It's necromancy. There's a trace of necromancy on her. What? Yeah. Someone cast a necromancy spell on her within the last 48 hours. Or she cast the necromancy spell herself. What do we do now? Still not sure how this fits with everything. For now, let's talk to her and see if we can get more information out of her. Unless she's a walking corpse. Which I doubt, because she can talk, so that's not it. Oh, finally alone. Those two. Hello, darling! All else fails, we can confront her with the evidence we have. Oh, it's you two again. They're back. Okay, just relax. All I have to do is repeat what I told them last time. Unfortunately for her, that won't work this time. Miss Yanis, did you know there's a trace of necromancy on Belvedere's body? That was what he used to kill the professor, right? A necromancy spell? I don't like that you're implicating my client. That's the thing. If that were true, a lot of the evidence we found doesn't make sense. I think someone else cast a spell on the body. Uh-oh. Is it possible that you saw someone use magic on Bellwether? No, definitely not. Calm down, there's no way they know. Okay, one of the sisters has magic. And tried to use it to heal her. Which was an innocent act, but now they're afraid of being implicated. Her thoughts are an open book now. If you beat her in an argument, her thoughts might show you what she's hiding. Valentine's ass. Okay, complete. Yeah, we talked to her enough to make a profile. We're gonna go do a safety save. Or wait, we completed it, so. Health check, hello Patrick, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Health check. Sip of water. Do a stretch while looking. I really love how they are drawing the clothing folds. I'm gonna need to study their style. They have such. I really love how they do the clothing folds and the coloring and the hair. I'm very in love with their way of doing things. Stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Doing okay, just woke up. How are you? I'm doing well, although I am starting to have a sore throat. I don't know how much longer I can go on despite finding this game very fun. This game like really recently released, like this weekend, and I really wanted to play it on stream, otherwise we would have been doing RimWorld today. It is still coming up, but I'm just gonna need to think about how I'm shuffling games around, because I do want to finish Wildermyth too. But yeah, I'm loving this game so far. The music is great. She found the body alongside her sister and reacted strangely when you mentioned someone may have used magic on the body. What is she hiding? That she used magic on the body? Yes. Miss Yanis, from the very beginning I felt like you've been hiding something from us. What is her profile? Something you're not telling us about. Valentina is more concerned with protecting herself than doing the right thing. She'll continue to hide her secrets unless she thinks that doing so is dangerous for her. She sees Wallace as a villainous necromancer and will not feel pity for him. Okay. I just bought Wildermyth the other day! Oh, awesome! Have you played it yet? How are you finding it? It's fun, isn't it? What are you talking about? My conscience is clear. Totally. I've told you and the knights everything I know. I've got nothing to hide. Use this against claims that contradict a piece of evidence. Seen. Okay, I need to stay calm. Use this against claims that contradicts to displayed emotion. Okay, this is emotion, isn't it? Then, right? So she's saying my conscience is clear and I need to stay calm, but she's not. Mr. Janus, it's clear to anyone how nervous you are. I can practically see the fear you're emanating right now. Being a little obvious about it there, buddy. Maybe don't say that you can practically see the fear. Just tell us the truth. It'll be a lot easier for the both of us. Let's say I were hiding something. Which I'm not, by the way. I don't have to tell you anything. Why should I tell you anything? I know my rights. Why you're not using them well? I've only done just the very start of the game. It's fun, but something I wanted to stream, so I don't want to get too deep into it yet. Understandable. I suggest if you can make profiles in the game. I have a stream profile and a personal profile, so you don't have those two story-like things running alone. So you can have your stream profile, which will have your characters in Legacy from the stuff you stream, and then you can have your personal profile, which will have your own personal characters. Though, to be fair, there's a lot to unlock. So if you want to use like element weapons that you discovered, then you can just keep it on the same one. Just keep in mind that your Legacy will update if you have any Legacy characters. Ooh, appeal, rationalize, threaten. Those are new. My client is innocent. By withholding your testimony, yeah, that's not gonna work. Nothing to lose by telling us what happened. I know that you're not a murderer. I'll make sure you're protected. You've already given your statement to the Inquisition. If the truth comes out, what do you think they'll do when they realize you lied to them? I think I need to threaten her, because she will continue to hide her secrets unless she thinks that doing so is dangerous. You've already given your statement to the Inquisition. If the truth comes out, what do you think they'll do when they realize you lied to them? Uh-oh. Who are you protecting, Miss Janus? You talk a big game, but I bet you can't actually prove anything, can you? You think I'm lying to protect someone? I'm thinking you're either lying to protect yourself or your sister. I don't know anyone who can use magic. I don't even know any mages. You're working in a school full of mages. I mean, fair. And I definitely didn't see anyone use magic on the body. Uh-huh. I don't know anyone who can use magic. So I need to present her with evidence on the contrary of that. Which is tough. I'm not really sure what they're intending for me to do now. I think I need to show a profile. Like, my gut is telling me that it's actually one of the sisters that knows magic. We just don't know about it yet. Otherwise the headmaster, I don't think she'd be protecting him like that, right? No. But I don't know if my gut instinct is right. Like, if it is actually her sister who knows magic. But I don't know what else the game would want me to show. I think I need to go for her sister, or I need to go on the magical trace clue, but I don't know if that's really right. This is kind of a shot in the dark. What do you guys think? If you have a thought, the it's free real estate right now. Fair game. Don't worry about the backseating, I'm asking directly for help. Do you guys think I should show one of the profiles, or is there some, like, obvious implication I'm missing here? The spell was cast on Valentina, right? Yeah. There's traces of a necromancy spell on her. So, do you think the game is trying to say, oh, we need to use that clue to prove that she knows a mage? I don't know if, like, a spell... Like, if I need to show a profile, or if I need to show this magical trace to prove that she knows someone with magic. Like, what if something was cast on her that she didn't know about? I mean, perhaps the heal was cast on her. Yeah, could be. I guess we could present this evidence. I think that's the closest thing to proving up, like, suggesting that she knows someone with magic. Yeah, exactly. I think this one then. Seems the most logic. You can't hide the truth from us, Miss Yanis. What? You said that you've never even seen a necromancy spell before. Wait, what? She did? If that were true, then why is there a trace of necromancy on you? Wait, what? There's a trace of necromancy on me? Oh, that wasn't the right answer. Oh, argument 1. Wait, what? What? Did she not know about the spell that was cast on her? Huh. No, that doesn't make any sense. If she didn't know about the trace, she wouldn't have avoided Celeste back then. There must be an explanation for this. You successfully argued against Valentina and Janus. Okay, so we won the argument. Apparently. What? This is crazy. Why is there a trace of necromancy on me? Unless she doesn't know that healing spells are also necromancy. Am I going to die? Am I going to become a zombie? That's strange. Is she really unaware that the spell was cast on her? Yeah, that. I think she's been healed, but she doesn't know that healing is necromancy. Or is she playing dumb? Why doesn't Valentina know the spell's necromancy? She knows someone used magic on her, but she doesn't know that spell was necromancy. The spell... healed her. The spell cast on Valentina healed her. Calm down, Miss Janus. Not all necromancy spells relate to the undead. Healing spells are also from the school of necromancy. Healing spells? Oh, it was from the time she healed that cat. She? That implies that she knows a mage who studies healing magic. Could that person be a student here? Sorry, I just remembered that there's something else I have to do. Sparkle! Yay, we had a feeling. I'll be right back. Hey, come back here. She ran away again. Can catch her. There's no way she can outrun me. No, the Inquisition is still stationed around the surrounding areas. They'd probably intervene if we started harassing one of the witnesses. That's true. We weren't able to learn anything. Actually, I did learn one thing. She has a friend who cast a healing spell on her. Really? How did you figure that out? Celeste is just itching for rage. She's like, let me on them. Good deductive reasoning. Yeah. Wow. Well, healing magic is also a form of necromancy, right? I guess that explains the trace on her. It's a good thing we know Wallace. Otherwise, we might have also thought that necromancer was trying to kill her. Wait a minute. That's it. What? Did you figure something out? This whole time we've been wondering why there's a trace of necromancy on the body. He's figured out the thing we figured out ages ago. The body was healed. It isn't because someone attacked Bellwether with necromancy spell. It's because someone used necromancy to try heal her. We knew. Oh, I see. It doesn't matter what type of necromancy spell someone uses. Spells from the same school of magic leave the same type of trace. It's not just that. The body clearly has blood on it. What would happen if someone used healing spells on a wounded body? It would close all of the body's wounds. In other words, it would remove any cuts or bruises. Well, interrogating Valentina may have been a dead end, but it still gave us just what we needed to win this case. I'm not so sure that was a dead end. What do you mean? It's not that suspicious that she asked someone to heal her if she injured herself. But if only that, why would she go to so much trouble to hide it? It's too coincidental. The wounds in the body were healed by an unknown person. And the person who found the body is hiding the identity of a healer. It's her sister. Her sister is a healer. A dead end was actually an undead. We revived it. They have to be the same person. I guess that makes sense. So what do we do now? Valentina's definitely onto us. I doubt we'll get a third chance to speak with her. Hopefully, what we have now is enough to acquit Wallace. You've done everything you can. Use what you learned to poke holes in the prosecution's case. And if that doesn't work, you can drag Valentina onto the witness stand and pull the truth out of her. You just hope that what she's hiding is enough to acquit Wallace. Spoiled noble. I demand to know why you're still holding onto my rapier. Oh? I was wondering whom might Wallace have trusted with his arcane compendium, and who then told everyone, for it felt like we should have met that character. And I have a feeling this is her. It's a precious family heirloom and I want it back. It's evidence in the current case. Evidence? The professor was killed with necromancy. Was she though? Oh, Aria's onto it too. Why are you asking me? You're the one who's investigating this. I suppose it doesn't matter. Just know that I will bring her murderer to justice. No matter who it may be. It'd be her. It'd be her. Either she or Eris. I think we at least found the person that probably leaked Wallace's things. I think it's her. It felt weird that we just have an unnamed female student that would have shared all those things around. Low-key threats. High-key suspicion. I know usually I would continue a little longer, but because my voice is completely short, or well, not completely, but we don't want it to be completely short. Time for the trial. Yeah. No. We saved? We good. Oh, we immediately out. Oh dear. But yeah, I'm gonna find someone to raid because I need to rest my voice. It's been hurting for a while and I'm not gonna push it any further than I already have. We'll just have to continue next time because we're not gonna finish it. Not even a goodbye kiss from the game. Yeah, like not even a going to title screen, just outdoor. just immediately. I hope you words. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun. I already said that. I'm tired. Be kind to others, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye!